Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews. Have you ever wondered what games you should sell or you should use? Find out here at Purge Reviews. Find out on our top 10 list what games you cannot miss. Don't forget to subscribe to Purge Reviews.
I got the great honor of reviewing Hall of Heroes, which is an expansion for Raiders of the North Sea. If you watch any of my videos, Top 100, Most Overlooked Games, you'll know that Raiders of the North Sea is a game I bang the drum for a lot. I really like the base game. I feel like the base game should be one almost in every collection if you like worker placement at all. The new mechanic of placing a worker and picking one up is just phenomenal. Love it. So when I heard about these expansions, I'm a little bit nervous, right? You don't want the sequel to your favorite movie to be terrible because it sours the experience of the first one sometimes, right? That can happen. Hall of Heroes is a very good expansion. It introduces the idea of mead into the game. So what you're going to get, for the most part, is two things that you can do new in the game. One is there's going to be face-up cards of the crew that you can purchase by taking a spot on the board, and you're going to get a little bit of goods with that, either coins or meat, and some combination thereof, and the card. The second thing you do is complete a quest. So when you go off, if you played the base game, and you kind of raid or something, usually it would just sit empty the rest of the game. Now a quest tile would go on that spot. You can go to the mead hall and accomplish that quest, but you do so now not by the crew that you normally do things with that's sitting in front of you. Instead, it's from your hand. You'll discard cards from your hand. Oh my gosh. I know it sounds simple. And you're probably looking at me saying, like, you're an idiot. But it's interesting now because you always want to get your best cards, in the crew, right? Because you want to go forward. And the cards are pretty balanced. We had a strong attack. This one had no attack, might have a better power or something that you need at the time. But now there's an incentive to keep cards in your hand because you want to, later on in the game, after people start raiding and pillaging, you want to complete these quests, right? So you grab these cards to get the goods on the quest. It's just a phenomenal thing. And then when you collect 3 of the same kind of quest, you can trade those in for reputation tiles, which is only 4 in each game, that give you more and more stuff. So they kind of build upon each other a little bit, and it's really fun. I really like that idea. So when you go to the mead hall, you can either buy the cards or you can complete a quest, and it's really phenomenal how it works. I would highly recommend this expansion. I like this one. Hall of Heroes is really good. If I was playing this, I would just go ahead and add this into the base game. It's not a whole lot. So those spaces, it just gives you more things. I think it's going to speed the game up a little bit. It also gives you another way to get cards and get a little bit more resources and coins into the game, which I think is phenomenal. Hall of Heroes is an expansion I really liked. I am so happy, guys. I'm so happy that it didn't get ruined because I love the base game. Absolutely adore it. I did not want it to be ruined by its expansions, and it did not. So good job to Shem Phillips. I'm so glad you didn't ruin one of my favorite games, and I'm so glad that you actually enhanced my game with this expansion. I don't think I'm going to play without this expansion anymore. I really like it. It's just fun. I like doing those quests. It's another way to score points where it used to be a race sometimes to get up there and get the high-end stuff. Now I got something else to think about. Maybe I want to step back and get some of these reputation tiles through the questing. And it's really neat. It's almost like the graduation from Agricola to Caverna, where now I can go and do those quests in Caverna. Here I can do these quests in Hall of Heroes, my Raiders of the North Sea, and it's not so much a race or rush to get pillage and get all that stuff at the top of the board. Instead, I can hold back and do some of this, and I find that very interesting that I can add that into the game. Absolutely love it. This is a keeper. Check this one out, people. Buy this expansion with the base game. It's a phenomenal experience, and I absolutely love it. And I wish this was in stores. When I go to the store and I see inferior games of this in stores, other games too that I really like, I shake my head sometimes, but of course that's my personal opinion, right? I like these games. I want to see them have wider distribution. I like to see people playing them. I can play it with other people. Phenomenal game. Absolutely does not make the game more complex. It adds more of the good stuff to this game, which is what I like. keeper. So here are the components for the Hall of Heroes expansion. You're going to get enough markers to play with a 5th or 6th player, depending on if you have the other expansion. You get 5 gold. You're going to get 1 more black player for that extra player you have. A new deck of cards with new characters in them. Here's one, for example. You have Heroes Stand. 4 coins, 3 attack. Gain 1 strength for every 2 quests. You cannot hire more than 1 hero. You're going to get a number of quests. Now, this is not a finalized copy. This is prototype. So these are thinner than they will be, but these will probably be cardboard when they come out. You have a number of quests. You're going to get these 2 boards, one for the mead hall. One of these will be for each player. You will get a number of tokens that represent mead, and then you will also get 8 reputation tiles. So these will be included in your set. That's the components. I really like what you get in this set. Very, very cool looking. The art all matches. I like the additional boards. The game is getting bigger, more interesting in these components. For the game, you're going to have this mead hall on the bottom of the track. Each player is going to get one of these. This is a new place, an action spot. You can kind of store all your stuff right here. The mead's going to have 3 face-up characters placed out from the deck. You're going to put the 4 reputation tiles out. The rest of them will leave the game and not be used. So each game will have a few different one of those. Here's the what they like to call the quest deck. Will be shuffled and set beside. And then you're going to have this set up. So this is going to be the new setup. The rest of the game is above it right now. This is the base game. This is the expansion, so it kind of sets on the side. If you have the additional expansion, it'll be on the right over there. Bring that in. The rules for Hall of Heroes is really good. I always like his rule books. I don't know who's editing these things, but you get a little bit of a setup. You have the rules and the actions clearly defined. You get end of game scoring on the back, and you're going to have some of the icons explained. Phenomenal use. I love the artwork in this game, and the way they use it in the rule book is just great. The rules I had no problems with whatsoever. What's being added is simple enough for you to understand because the complexity is not in the rules. The complexity is in the decisions you're going to be making in your head. And that's really what you want in a board game. So mainly what the game is going to add is this mead hall. There's going to be a new action space that players can take. The first thing they're going to do is they can take what's called charming the crowd. They can take one of these workers. They will also get the goods listed above, in this case a coin and a mead. This one has just 1 mead. This has a coin and 2 mead. When they take it, everything else moves down and a new card would come up. This goes in your hand and not as part of your crew. The second action you're going to have is the completing the quest. You're still going to use the mead hall to use it, but let me kind of show you how this works. So when somebody takes one of these actions and takes the goodies, one of these quests will come out on it. And the way it works is you would need to have it, when you go to the mead hall, you would need to have the attack score, in this case 8, and you would get a gold and a silver for doing so, or a gold and a stone for doing so. You don't have to go here. You go to the mead hall action and you take it. But this is a little bit different. In order to beat the quest, they don't come from your crew. They actually come discarded from your hand. So it's a little bit different than what you're used to. Usually when you go up there and you do something, it's coming for your crew. In this case, you would take the mead action, say, I don't want one of these guys, I want to beat one of those quests. To do so, you discard those cards from your hand. So a little bit different. I like it a lot. It gives you a little bit more options what to do and to keep cards in your hand and some things you can do with them that are very interesting. Now, if you're able to get 3 tiles of the same type, so in this case, I was able to get 3 maps, I can claim one of these reputation tiles of a single type that's available. If all 4 have been claimed, you don't receive one. It's a first come, first served basis to get those. When you claim one of those reputation tiles, you just get the bonus that's listed on them. So that's an extra way to get more things for you. Now you're also going to be placing your crew down here, right? And that's how it's like a placeholder for your crew. Now you're going to have the opportunity to spend this mead. If you do, you can spend a mead on your guy, increasing his military strength by 1. Let's call it temporary or instant courage, right? They're getting a little tipsy, and their courage is going up, and you're able to get pluses to their military strength, thus making it easier to pillage and raid and stuff in the base game. Who should buy this game? Absolutely. If you like Raiders of the North Sea, absolutely add this sight unseen to your collection. Obviously, you're not going to buy this without the base game because it's an expansion. You need the base game to play it, right? I would go ahead and order this with the base game, even my first play. You can absolutely throw this in, and you're going to have the richness of this, right? I love the base game. I don't think I'm ever going to play without Hall of Heroes anymore, unless it was just a really new player, because it doesn't add really that much complexity. Well, there's only two things you can do. The second, the questing doesn't really show up until, because at the beginning of the game, you're kind of getting your resources, and then you go kind of raiding 4 or 5 turns into the game, or whatever it may be. The quests aren't going to show up until later on. It's very easy. You go here, you discard a number of cards in your hand, and you get more stuff. Like, it's not complex. But the decisions on what to do are interesting, and they make you think about, well, should I be doing this, or should I be doing that? And that's the fantastic. That's the fun. That's the phenomenal in this. That's the wonderful, and that's what I'm recommending to you. Keeper, absolutely add this to your collection. People do not pass this by. If it's like the first edition, you will not see it in the stores. This is where to get it. Absolutely. It was my honor to play it. I'm going to be sharing this with a lot of people. It's one of those games I take with me everywhere I go and introduce to new people. I like it that much. Absolutely. Raiders of the North Sea and this expansion of Hall of Heroes, complete winner.